डिक्टेशन शुरू होता है अब। द बेसिक पर्पस ऑफ द मिशन इज टू पुट इन place a dedicated and sensitive support structure from the state level to the sub district level when which will focus on the poor and marginalized, build and sustain their organizations at different levels. This will provide the poor and marginalized with a platform for collective action based on self help, thrift, and mutual cooperation. The program will also build linkages with mainstream institutions, including banks, resources, institutions, and government departments to address various dimensions of poverty for effective implementation of the mission. An independent society has been created at the state level and has been registered under the Societies Registration Act 1860. The project, with a funding of 50 million euros, shall be implemented in a phased manner, initially piloting approaches and activities in select districts and identifying what works and what does not. The successful approaches will be scaled, scaled up in a phased manner to all districts for the initial launching of the mission. A Total of 10 districts have been identified as the pilot. These districts have been identified on the basis of their geographical location, ranking on the HDI index, and performance on other key social indicators. The state has a long history of pupils movements aggregation for rights, or most importantly for community management of important livelihood resources such as water. Broadly speaking, pupils' efforts at collectivization for livelihood promotion can be grouped into two districts categories. The first being formal, which includes the cooperative sector and includes entities that are registered under a state law. The second category consists of the emergence of thrift and credit based collectives, which are of more recent origin. One of the major distinct features of these institutions too is the involvements of women. It is almost as if the self help group movement is of why and for the woman. A third possible category may consist of aggregation platforms, collectives, such as Mahila Mandals, Development Networks, Vikas Manch, headed by the civil society. These institutions have played an important role in community mobilization around important issues that affect that rights and entitlements. However, from the point of livelihood view of livelihood promotion, we intend to look at the first two categories, which the formal cooperative sector and the self help sector. Full stop.